Well, Grand Rising, everyone.
Peace, peace, peace.
Good day. Pablo is going to bring us in, but Grand Rising, and welcome to the Good Morning from Africa Town, Los Angeles morning radio show, primetime broadcast.
We're back.
You are here with, right now, you're here with Queen Cappy B. We've got D Mays with Mind Games Uncut.
Peace, peace.
We've got Pablo X. Shout out to the New Age Panther Party. Myself, Angelina with Clear as Conscience. Hopefully, we will have Queen Lynn, Black Love 17 pop back in. Got family love to share over there. So hopefully she pops back in. Hopefully, Queen Tina Berry with Straight No Chaser with the Queen pops in. She's working hard. We always all work hard. So we look forward to hearing from her. We might even have a special appearance from Mr. P, who we've not seen. He's MIA. So we are here and we are going to discuss the topic tonight about reparations and the great reset of the Black community. And no, we talked about it before, but we're going to go deeper. All these conversations that we have, we just always peel it back like an onion layer. So we're going to keep peeling back this layer. So let's go.
Warning, the following program contains strong Black first opinions about mature and strong subject matter that affects Black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissies.
Grand Rising all, you are listening to the one and only Be One or None. Good morning from Africa Town, Los Angeles.
All right, we are here.
We are here.
Yes.
Welcome, everyone. You know, we're going to ask you to like and share real quick. We want you to subscribe really quickly, just in case you jump in and jump out. That way you can find us easy. Come back and listen. Subscribe really quickly, please. Please like, please share. We're going to share some positive content, some educational content. We are not here to entertain anyone, even though we all have a good time together with the United Empires of Akivalan. So we invite you to be a part of our family and build the Black community as it relates to this very conversation. And again, the topic is reparations and the great reset of the Black community. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let D. Mays talk, and I'm going to throw up some of these comments as he talks. Okay?
He there?
That's what I was gonna say. All right.
I'm here.
Let's go on broken traditions. All right.
What's up, brother?
All right.
I thought the migrants came and took his microphone.
Stop it.
We here. It's gonna be a good one. How y'all want to start this?
Hey, I'll say we just go right to it. I'll say we just get right to it.
Take it, Pablo.
You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ain't no need to sugarcoat it tonight. It's gloves off, no playing around, no games. This is straight real talk, and we want to start with reparations. What we're talking about here is going to hurt a lot of you who've put in work, who've been on the ground. I just recently came off the ground myself for reparations, and we're here tonight to talk about the truth about ain't nobody coming to save us. We have a lot of groups involved in this. A lot of us are put our hearts, minds, and tears into this. But tonight, let's pull up your chairs. If you got young folk witches, they need to hear this too, because we're about to talk the truth. No more sugarcoating. I'm gonna say it flat out, and we just pick up where we may. Massa, that runs the Democrat Party, old slave Trader Joe's, The Democrat Party itself, they are not going to give us any cash or land allotment reparations. It's time to face reality and let that dream die. It's not going to happen. We are in a crisis right now. It's definitely a political crisis. We are in what's called political insolvency, which means you reached a point where you have absolutely zero political power and no representation. If you think that you do have representation, and I'm talking to you who are Black Democrats, we're gonna get to you chocolate conservatives, because you part of this too. But right now, Black Democrats, you are living a lie. You're lying to yourselves. You have zero power. What you just saw happen here in California during the primaries was the Democrat Party's middle finger to the reparations movement. We had the California Congressional Legislative Black Caucus put forth 14 bills, and they tried to pull a switcheroo, the bamboozle us, as Malcolm would say. 14 bills, and not one of them mentioned cash reparations or land allotments for chattel slavery. And they figured that we were stupid enough to fall for that. So basically, if you have elected officials who are Black, who come from your district, their job is to see to the demands of the constituents. And if you have Black elected officials, Democrats, who refuse to even mention reparations by name, and if they do mention it, they pull a sham like that, that means you literally have zero representation. You have no voice at this point. How do we know that the Democrat Party is moving toward not needing the Black vote anymore? Turn on your news station. When you see this thing about the migrants, that's your replacement, Negro. That is your replacement right there. When they did the redistricting, I don't know why I get tongue tied with that, but when they did that redistrict situation, that was a test run for how they're going to use these migrants to undercut and eventually replace the Black vote. And they've already done it. They've changed the district lines in multiple areas. Well, basically Black Democrat-run communities. They've changed the district lines to where they literally can put in office whoever they want to, whether we want to vote for them or not. And unfortunately, as we normally do, we are reactionary instead of solutionary, and we have come tardy to the party. The train has already left the station. So now we have no choice but to have a great Black reset. I mean, fine, if you want to be a Black Democrat still after this, before we dig into the meat and potatoes of this, because we got some stuff that you're going to be shocked by that we're about to talk about. But if you still want to be a Black Democrat at this point, I'm not speaking for anybody else on the panel, but I'm saying farewell. I issue you your one-way boarding passes for the Chocolate Titanic, and do not ring Pablo when you hit the iceberg. Just hold the L. HYON. Hold your own.
Yeah, man. I mean, bro, you hit it on the nail. I mean, we were talking about it before we got on and stuff, that the whole reparation talk, the whole Democratic thing is Black people, we're not serious. When it comes to reparation, we're not serious. You know why? Because we got a group in Michigan, this Arab group called the Uncommitted. And a lot of y'all probably not heard about it. What does uncommitted mean in Michigan primary? Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a little information real quick and get too much. But anyway, the U.S. Representative Rashida Tlaib, but she's a Democrat in Michigan, along with ceasefire activists and local Muslim and Arab organizers, encouraged voters frustrated with President Joe Biden's refusal to call a ceasefire in Israel-Gaza conflict to mark their ballots as uncommitted in Michigan's Democratic presidential primary. What does that mean? More uncommitted voting campaign targets President Biden over support for Israel and war in Gaza. So pretty much, just to break it down, so I'm gonna be reading all this. The Arab community in Michigan got 100,000 people to sign a petition to vote uncommitted to stop the war in Gaza, for the Palestinians. And guess what? The Democrats listen to it, and guess what? They making moves. They trying to have elections. I think they're trying to get rid of the president of Israel right now. Some of y'all know about it. Some of y'all don't. But I'm saying Black people, when it comes to reparations, we should have been taking the same approach like them. See, they got this they got this move. You know why? Because they got politicians to back them. the reparation deal, black people don't have no politicians to back them. So that's why other groups can get things moving for them, because they're doing it the right way. We're just talking and hashtagging stuff. So that's why pretty much the reparation, and listen, all of us on this panel are for reparations, 110%, but we're not doing it the right way. We got other black YouTubers and black power groups, movements, whatever you want to call themselves. They talking about it, but they don't have a real strategy. So if you don't have a strategy, you just talking. We'll be talking about this for the next 5 years. You know what I'm saying? The next election be coming up 2028. You got to have a plan, black people. If you don't, you just talk. And then plus you got to get the other black people, like your friends and family members. I got people I talk to, they like, we got to get reparations, because they're not buying into it, because they know we don't have a real plan. Because you got to, black people listen, the average black people who vote Democrat, they listen to the politician. They listen to the Tamika Mallory's, the Al Sharpton, people like that. They don't listen to people like us. They think we some kind of Russian bots or whatever. So if we don't have a real plan, we just talking. I land my plane. God damn it.
You know, the tap in on that real quick, and I'm gonna land mine. We did some numbers. Y'all know I'm on the ground. I'm a on the ground person. I do what I do, activism, all that. What we see here, it's like pulling teeth to get black people involved with even reparations. It's like you hollering about a check, but do you really want it? More black people showed up to the Taste of Soul and to the Juneteenth celebration, the corporate one, than they did to fight for reparations.
Wow. And I'm not surprised, bro.
The bad thing is people probably think it's a lost cause because they know how disgusting America is, and the majority of Americans who are disgusting are non-black. And they keep saying, we're not giving you anything because we don't owe it to you. And people are just falling in line saying, we think that's true. I say separate. Let them see that they're nothing without us. Don't try to come over to my side when I tell you I'm leaving, because you don't want to give me nothing. So I'm going to do for myself like I did in the past. But people aren't getting that in their mind either. So I have no idea where we're going to be. Get with your groups, do what you can do, leave that world behind, is my motto.
I agree with that 100%. So I mean, you just gonna have to mess with black people that actually about that life, as we say. What's going on, Ironwork? What's going on, Rashid? What's going on, Brooklyn Tradition? And yeah, man, Brooklyn Tradition said we're politically orphans. I mean, my thing is, if you try to, I don't know, man. It's like we are stuck in the past. It's like we stagnate. Like I listen, I look, I observe, and I took a couple of days off the internet, man. I was just on TikTok and other stuff, Instagram, and I'm just seeing the same stuff. And then a lot of black people being quiet, but when they get a little closer to the election time, you're gonna see more black. Now here in Georgia, and I'm pretty sure in other states y'all live in, have y'all had y'all early voting yet? Because they had it here, and people like, I already did my part, I voted. And I asked the sister, I said, so what are you voting for? Like, and she couldn't really get. They say they still saying the same thing. Our ancestors died for our rights to vote. That's bullshit. Like, I never seen that on a piece of paper.
No matter who.
What the hell that supposed to mean?
Vote blue no matter who.
That's crazy. Black people don't have no. I never met a group of people that been loyal to one party 60 plus years. If you don't do nothing for me, within a year or two, I'm done with you. 60 plus years, you up here talking about you still talking about civil rights and voters rights. What the hell? Everybody else trying to get power in this world. We up here talking about voters' right, and they're gonna put us back in chains. Y'all hear that Joe Biden clip, right? They're gonna put y'all back in.
That's what he said. Now, I didn't know that changing your party in the middle makes you ineligible for the presidential. So
I didn't know that. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, so let people know.
Say that again. Say it again, Queen.
If you're going to change your party in this time frame, you're going to be ineligible to vote. So I'm unaffiliated, and I can't vote in the primary. I just changed it probably a couple months ago.
Didn't know that. That's crazy.
Good to know. See, y'all like and share, giving all kinds of good information. Right.
But listen, y'all,
So don't
please.
change your vote. Just vote across party lines. Wait till after.
Okay, Ironwork said we need to take our bargaining chips away. Stop watching and partaking in the sports. That's true, but black people not gonna do that, man. Unfortunately, they're not gonna do it. Broken tradition said, but you should be able to vote for the president election. Yeah, you should. My thing is this, man. Our people are not serious. We like entertainment, sports, twerking. I'm just not talking about us, but the average black person. If you go your friends and go on Facebook or Instagram or X or any of that, most even fan base, most of the conversations we be talking about don't mean shit. Black people ain't got time to be playing around and watching these reality shows and all that crap. It's just a waste of time, man. Like people, it takes a lot to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we communicate with each other every day on a text or something. But if you're not, man, you got to be committed to this stuff. We're not disciplined as a people. I'm not trying to shoot my people down. I'm just keeping it real. Not all black people think the same, but majority of us are not serious. We scared of power. I say that a lot. We need political, economic power. If you're not going to get that, you can't compete with everybody else. Everybody else knows.
And really quick, D-Mays, hold your thought really quickly. Speaking of that, we know of some individuals that are doing the work, and not only that, they have their own black businesses. They are making those moves to make a better lifestyle for themselves and for our black community. So we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna watch a couple promos, and we'll be right back. And D-Mays, you can pick right back up. I'm sorry.
You good?
Mimi Cares Interactive Workbook is a workbook for seniors. It is a great tool to have when you are providing care or if you're receiving care. Inside of this book, there's an area where you can record your personal health information. There's also a place where you can list your providers, your pharmacists, your therapists, any of the specialists that you may see. There's an area for medications, what you take them for, possible reactions. There's also a symptom area where if you have high blood pressure or diabetes, there's an area where you can list what happens if. So if your diabetes is high or low, if your blood sugar is high or low, there's an area where you can list those things. There's also lots of fun brain teasers, body exercises, puzzles, mazes, things to increase your cognitive and physical abilities. This book is designed to help take the easing out of aging. That is why you should purchase my book.
Lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action.
All right, so shout out to black-owned businesses, shout out to local businesses.
Love it.
Mimi's Cares interactive workbook was that first one for seniors. You all know, as a nurse, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. So if you are in healthcare or if you're taking care of someone that is a senior, you all check that out. And then, of course, CMOS gel. We all know it has a lot of healthy properties in that. So shout out to those young ladies, those businesses that are thriving. And that's just another way that we need to look at reparations is our health. When we look at our tangibles, are we getting, does adequate health care come in that? Does adequate education come in that? Access to those kind of things. Queen Kathy said in the chat earlier, buying our own land, growing our own food, we need all those things. So we need to be thinking about what reparations really looks like. It's beyond a check, right? It's beyond, handing out an X amount of dollars. We need sustainable resources to allow us to thrive like every other culture has been able to thrive, even those cultures that have not been participating in this struggle called the United States of America. for centuries now. So something to think about when we talk about reparations and what that looks like, and not just a check. Some of us want reparations and you won't spend your money to pay bills. You buy tennis shoes and high-end purses and you don't have money to put in those purses, but you won't pay your bills. So we need to think beyond just a check. We need to think about our mindsets and how we need to come together as a people to win this war. And I'll let my plan there.
Facts. Broken to this said he wish he can get in the conversation. Yeah, bro. This is a good one, man.
Can you let him in, D Maze? How do I let him in?
I don't. Yeah, put the link. Can you put the link in the chat, or
do I put it in the? I can just put it in the chat.
I think you can. Yeah, let me see. I might can.
Here, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm doing it right now.
Put it in the text because I can send it to him. Did you send it in a text message? Let me see.
I just sent it. I don't know if.
Let's see, hold on. Send it in the text and I in the group chat, and I can just send it to him. I can copy and send it to him.
Let's see, Broken Traditions. We'll try to get you on. Give us a second.
Yeah, but yeah,
go ahead with your thought though, D Maze.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, what we just said earlier. Like, I mean, all these people that got a lot of following, y'all know who we talking about. It's like y'all don't have a plan, man. Like, nope. And the funny part about it, only a few people in the new black media talked about you can't trust the education system. Yeah, and the thing is, you don't hear them talking about it. I think I heard Professor Blacktrue talk about the uncommitted campaign, but he didn't say about we should use the same. We should take the same approach. They don't say that because they're going to take away from what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep on talking about. Hold on, somebody said, did you see the NAACP awards? Queen Latifah was talking to VP Kamala Harris about a silk press and getting people to vote. Yeah, that whole shit. Yeah, Fat Joe too. Fat Joe was Fat Joe. He was with Kamala Harris and they talking about marijuana laws. Man, listen, Fat Joe don't speak for black people because he's not black. You know what I'm saying? They go after people they know they can control. Black people don't listen to Fat Joe like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. They still doing the same thing they've been doing for the last couple of years. They get these black entertainers and have them speaking for black people, and they're not speaking for what we really want. They just saying what the Democrats, because the Democrats pay these black entertainers to say what they want. Nobody's not listening to Fat Joe or Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? This is to keep it real. Like now, the average black Democrat do, but black people from the grassroots don't. So they don't really they listen to the grassroots, but they don't, because you still got to have those politicians in your pockets. If we don't have like a super PAC or something like that, it's not gonna work, black people. I'm trying to tell you, I deal with local politics. I see it all the time. They're not listening to us. That's why the reparation talk is kind of fading out, because you don't have a plan. If you don't have a plan, let me see. Ironwork said both sides playing games. We have so much power, we need to take it away from them. Yeah, we do, but we don't, brother. Because it's like, because we do when we come together and be on code, but we've been yelling on code for the last couple of years, but we're not on code because you got like I think we were talking about earlier, you got too many different cliques. They doing this over here, FBA doing their thing over here, the Freedmen's doing their thing over here. You got the Black Indians doing their thing over here. You got the Hebrew Israelites doing their thing over here. You got the Umar Johnson doing their thing over here. And everybody's just doing their own thing. As always, black people practice individualism. And you can't come together. You can't get power when everybody's separated. We've been doing this for a long time. It was like that back in the days, even with when the Garvey movement. You know what I'm saying? Like him and W.D. Du Bois was going at each other's throat. You know, about time W.D. Du Bois realized that he was right, it was too late. He was on his deathbed. So it seems like we're going through the same thing we're going through now. And then all the teachings we learned from our master teachers, from Dr. Henry Clark and Dr. Ben, all them, it's like it all went to the wayside. He said, bro, you were making a killer point, but the super PACs. Yeah, man, we we got to. Anytime you talk about money, black people get quiet. Start talking about, that's why I said we talking about your boy Marcel Dix, Mary Seeley, the one here in Georgia.
Yeah, D Mays, if you wanna send that link, I send it to you.
Okay, gotcha. Let me okay, cool.
Let me say something about that, D Mays, for the money. Apparently, black people have been scammed so much, they are afraid of putting their money behind someone because they're gonna say no. They might abscond with the money. So where's that going to leave us?
Okay, so here's the
Once
thing with
bitten,
that.
twice shy.
Yeah, here's the thing
And a
with that,
correction,
though.
I can vote. You know, when they were doing the picking of the choosing who they're going to be doing
I just
in
seen
that I couldn't vote in that part when they were deciding on who they're going to do. Now when they have just two people, I can vote in that, and I'm voting for Trump.
Progressive Traditions. I just sent you the link too.
Here's the thing with here's this with the Queen Lynn. So with the being burnt, I can respect that. I get that. But okay, let me give you an example, right? So the United Empires of Akibalani, you all make sure you check out the links in the descriptions. All of our links, everything you need, it's in there. But so the United Empires of Akibalani, buying land, okay? And so I don't want to use the Nine Empires of Akibalani. Let's scratch that. Some whatever group is buying land. I decide to donate my money for this land. Okay. Say it's, I do $20 a month, $30 a month, whatever, to a group that's saying they're going to buy land. $30 a month. Let's make it 10. If something happens with $10 a month that I'm giving to a group, and something happens with that, but I make no provision to do the same thing for myself and my family, you should only get burnt once. Okay. Period. And what happens is we have to learn how to communicate and be real and stop being so nasty at one another and keeping it real. If we're in it, we're in it. The United Empires of Akibalani, we hold one another accountable. We support one another. We build each other up, and we're honest. We don't always agree on everything, but we respect each other's points of view to the point where we're able to continue to focus and grow together and continue to grow around us. That is how it should be. If someone has been a part of the United Empires of Akibalani and they're not anymore, it's because you didn't share the same vision and mission to come together collectively. Nobody has been put out. Nobody's been dismissed. None of that. So if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. But you need to find something that works for you. And click over, get your little click together, but make it work and make it work to the point where it can affect positively all of us, regardless, outside that subgroup. That's how we have to start with that. Stop relying on other people because you will be disappointed the rest of your life. And what a waste. I'll let my plane there.
Yeah, facts. Let me see. Ironwork said, let me see. And I like the discussion. How can I contribute and drop some love in the chat or something? Where's the link? PayPal, where it's at? It don't matter. You can donate the us or Mind Games Uncut. It don't matter. But yeah, bro, most definitely. Kathy, can you?
I'll put those in the link.
Yeah, there you go.
Going on, King? What's going on?
Oh, my bad. I was on mute.
Welcome.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Well, how are you, King?
I'm good. Good. How y'all doing? Okay, so everybody
the Kings are on camera.
Did I start the new trend or something?
Let me go and get on this camera. Yeah. Yeah. But you gotta say about a Progressive Tradition?
I don't know. I'm gonna just follow back on you guys were saying, because what Pablo was saying was what I wanted to say. Then after that he said it, but I put the link. I put this the request to come in before Pablo said what he said. Then after that he said it, I was like, oh damn, I got nothing to really say. But
you can expound. You can expound.
No, I'll wait. I'll wait. I just jumped in. So I mean, I was getting myself together. So I wasn't, I couldn't hear what you guys were saying while I was getting myself together.
So how do you feel about blacks trying to get a super PAC? We don't want to put money behind people because we are afraid that they're going to run off with the money and not complete the task.
And I tell you what, hold on, Broken Traditions. Do me a favor, Broken Traditions.
Mm-hmm.
Think on that really quickly. I'm gonna play another promo really quickly. I want everybody everybody listening, you all can think about that. You can throw us some lines in the chat. How's that feel? Throwing the money behind the super PAC. We're gonna do some promos. We'll be right back.
Years ago, our ancestors were fighting civil rights for the right to be considered human beings. That's not enough anymore. Today, we're fighting for our civil rights.
Hey y'all, check out Mind Games Uncut podcast every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk about technology, entertainment, politics, all that good stuff. Check me out.
Okay, I know I said we don't entertain here, but I was very entertained when I put that first one together earlier.
Yeah, I was looking at that one. I was kind of laughing to myself. Like.
Okay,
I will
so
be
we're
back
back.
on y'all on Tuesdays. I just
So broken traditions. What are your thoughts? Queen Lynn, did you want to re-ask the question?
If we are trying to get super PACs, a lot of people are not going to get behind it because they're thinking people are going to take the money and run. It's just a thing in the Black community. That's not me. I can put my money behind people because I trust, unfortunately, crazily. But a lot of people are not going to do it. And the more you try to talk them into it, we're just going to not be, we're going to be left behind. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think because we got burnt too much. So we don't want to get burned no more. So, we don't let go of money with love. We let go of money wanting something or thinking that we're supposed to get something and not waiting to let it build. We're not letting go of the money that way. So I don't think that's why we're not going to get behind a super PAC. We're going to just wait to see, we want something quick. We're in a microwave society and that's what we want. So it's not going to work that way. We got to put the seeds into the dirt and wait for the plant to grow instead of having some microwave society. So that's the problem. So I don't think that's why we won't get behind it. And we don't have no trust when we let go of money.
Fact, brother. What's up, Felicia? What's up? Yeah, man. Yeah, you right, bro.
We have too many things to overcome. We have to rethink a lot and unlearn a lot.
And one thing about our people, man, you got to make it fun for Black people for them to donate money. If it was some bullshit, they'll put money behind that before they put it behind a candidate. Like I said, with Marcel Dixon and all these other people that's trying to run. We don't even have enough Black people in different states. We need people to represent us in every major city. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing the Arabs got, the Jews got, the Asians have. They got people to represent them in every major city. We don't have that. And it's just the truth. And we don't want to speak on that. We always giving our money to the NAACP, the Action Network, and all these other groups don't do nothing for Black people. You know what I'm saying? These people just taking the money. They show up when it be some kind of tragedy. Nobody even talking about our brother Othel Wallace. He should have millions of dollars going toward his case, but most Black people don't even know about that. I let my plane.
Exactly.
Yeah, I learned about that through you guys.
It could be them at any minute, and then they'll be looking for somebody to help them.
Yep.
When the shoe's on the other foot.
Thanks. Make sure I hit that like button. Y'all hit the like button and share.
Yes, please do. We got to remember that freedom is not free. So, it costs. So you need to be a part of something positive, whatever that is. Freedom is not free. And we, like broken traditions just said, we keep expecting things. We want to buy our way out of things and we don't want to participate. That's the problem. We're not participating in our own success, but we are definitely a part of our own demise. Doesn't that sound kind of like real crazy? The irony.
Yeah. So I think I wanted, my bad, I'm sorry, but I wanted to go back to what D Mays was saying about how, other groups could work collectively. We don't have that type of mindset. We don't have that kind of tribalism mindset. We come individualism. So we just worried about what I could do. You know what I'm saying? You have people that's in marriages that's working individually. They don't worry about what their wife is doing or what their husband is doing. They worry about what they're doing in our community. So we need to have more tribalism and all work together, build together, and all be about something and go in the same direction if we want to get something. That's why when I spoke to D Mays yesterday about reparations, I'm like, it's too many different directions that reparations are going for it to be taken seriously. And all Democrats have to do is saying, oh, we're going to do a study. So that study is going to get you a vote for another 4 years because you think that study is going to become a test. It's not going to become a test. All it's going to be is a study. They're never going to give you cash. They're never going to give you no land. They're not going to give you like not even free schooling or free like no taxes for 10 years, something. They're not going to give you anything because all they're going to keep doing is saying we're going to give you a test.
Damn. Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this, Angie? I bet if people really got behind the anger and just took out the people in charge, there would be different changes. There would be changes immediately.
Yeah, we not gonna. Yeah, black people not gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We just, we don't have a heart like in the civil rights movement.
Right. I was gonna say that we got to get back that mind frame, the 60s and the 70s. We have to get that back.
Like,
I don't
a lot
know
of
how.
them. Check this out. A lot of the black people who's in the civil rights movement. Let's keep it real. A lot of them once they start paint. See, this what happened when King died. All his little crew, the Jesse Jacksons, all them guys got them big jobs, work downtown. They got like kickback money, so they got that hush money, and that's what it is. Like all the black people that were with him, they really betrayed the brother. You know what I'm saying? They were when they got him out the way. They already had the private meetings with them guys. Like, look, if y'all do this for us, we're gonna take care of you when he's gone. And look what they doing now. Only person who was real with him was Jose Williams. I always tell people that. Everybody else was pretty much agents and stuff. And even with same thing with Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? So now you don't have that same energy anymore. You know, Al Sharpton, we don't take him serious. This man was a damn FBI informant. This is facts. Like,
that's crazy.
Why would you even want to deal with somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a known fact. Like, it's so many of these people we've so-called follow and call leaders. I don't even believe in black leaders. I hate that. I always tell people, name me a leader of any other group. You can't name me one because they move as a unit. They use that. They move as a people. I was telling you about the show called Warrior on Netflix. Look at that show, y'all. They show how the Asian community, how the Asians built up the Chinatown. That Asian made a good point. He said, we don't need to war with each other. We need to come together. Even though they were warring with each other, had all them little Chinese gangs and mafia and stuff, they still kept their economic base tight regardless. And look, 1870, when they created Chinatown, guess what? 2024, they got one in every major city. Name me a black town. I'll wait. I'll land my plane. God damn it.
Let me rephrase what I said. We have to get the grassroots of the 60s and 70s mind frame back. Then we can probably get somewhere.
It won't happen. It's over. I'm not even trying to be funny. We don't even. You talk to the young brothers and stuff. And it's a lot of. Don't get it twisted. We got a lot of black kids, black boys and girls that's doing some good things. They're just gonna have to separate from the average black person because the average black person mindset is they ain't got it together. I'm just keeping it real because it starts at home. If you, like I would tell everybody, you can't have a community if you don't have a family base. Like we don't even believe in the nuclear family anymore. We still doing this gender war fighting.
Gender wars?
Yeah.
Gender wars.
That right there is a whole nother topic by itself, but it's a distraction. You know, like I know, like my brother Brooklyn Tradition, he's a married man. Everybody up here got somebody pretty much in relationships, but that's what I'm saying. We're gonna have to team up with black people that's on the same level like us. The other ones, they all over the place right now. I'll land my plane.
And shout out to you, D Mays, for doing the work in the community. I know. I'm sorry, King. Shout out to you, D Mays, for doing the work. He's in Atlanta. He's in the community. So if y'all don't see him, it's because he's in the community making a difference with the youth. So there's a lot of people that are doing that are behind the scenes. And that's what we want. We want to come together and have these conversations and strategize to be boots in the ground. Like King said, not just be a study, right? You want to be boots in the ground. Go ahead, King. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that, sister.
Oh no, I'm probably I didn't know I had to say land my plane at the end, so I didn't know that.
You good?
Nah, you good.
We just used to being on that Clubhouse fan base.
Hi, Y2 Kenyon.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, so going back to what y'all saying about like King, like after King was assassinated, how crazy it is that there's an actual picture of Dr. King laying down after he got shot. Like, think about the time and when that happened, and you had to have a photographer to be at an angle to be close to that hotel on that floor to see that man's body on the ground. I don't think people really put that together, that knowing that there's a picture of Dr. King on the ground after he got shot. That's how you know how it was planned out. Not to mention, they said that, from what I understand, I think the from the FBI reports that the King family's lawyer got, because they actually proved that the FBI was involved. They said that the target was a man that was wearing a tie. And if you look at the picture, everybody had no tie on, and Dr. King was the only person who had a tie on. Yeah. So they knew not to wear a tie when they went onto that balcony.
Facts. I heard about that. Yeah, I think Dick Gregory even mentioned that too. Yeah.
Then the other crazy part that the lawyer put in his book is called The Killer King, something like that. I don't know the name of the book offhand, but another thing he said about that was Dr. King wasn't killed by the bullet. Dr. King was killed by suffocation. So when he went to the hospital, he was suffocated.
Yep.
But people don't want to believe that.
Yeah. He's in the hospital. Yeah, he didn't die. Yeah. He didn't die actually at the
people site, don't want to believe that. They still fighting you on that.
And I think they sued the
they sued the FBI. They won their case and won a civil case proving that the FBI was involved. And I think the King family they only took $1 for the settlement because they wanted to prove that the government killed their father. It wasn't about the money, it was about proving it. But they won't go out and say the story. But the story is
that's crazy. Felicia said, you have people in our generation that can't relate to the 60s and 70s. We definitely need a new strategy. I agree.
I'll tell you exactly why. Because our generation, younger generations, all controlled by social media. We controlled by algorithms. We controlled by what TikTok is telling us what we need to believe. It's so crazy that TikTok is actually connected to Billboard music. So
really?
Any music that come out that's need to be promoted is going through TikTok. And I'll end the plane. Yes.
And then I heard that, I know y'all know about this too, over in China, they don't even show the bullshit they show on TikTok here in America. They don't show that in China. They teach
That's
them
the reason why I feel it should be banned here, because we're seeing garbage.
Yes. And it's banned in other countries. So United States is not the first country to ban TikTok. And that's why TikTok is not going to sell their shares to United States. It's already other countries that ban TikTok because of what TikTok propaganda is about.
But what do you all think about this? In reality, how much different is it from Facebook, from Instagram?
No different.
You know, and I'm just saying, as far as the algorithm, I'm just saying, you know, all you have to do is move one machine to another, location. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's gonna do it. I'm just
gonna put it out there. I don't like China.
But
I don't like anything Chinese.
It's about.
I don't like them.
But
I don't want to be a part of them.
What's the difference between Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok? Because it all show the same thing. And somebody said they don't. Today they were talking about that on TikTok. Somebody said, "Well, hell, Facebook just as bad as TikTok, so it's no difference. They push the same bullshit. If you go on most people Facebook, Instagram, they pushing BS stuff that don't even really gonna help our community. You know what I'm saying? And I know Brooklyn Tradition, I think you posted something about that was showing these little skits on TikTok with these black girls with these white boys, and they was acting like they was like slaves or something crazy.
Yeah,
like
so
my slave master. Why you explain that?
Yeah, so it was a new trend that was going on TikTok about white men dating black women, and black women was saying like, this is my master. So it was like a trend saying like, this is my master, like they're the slave. So them having a love interest with a white man is being a slave, and it was kind of like promoting that, and that was all over TikTok.
And if I'm saying, you got our generation, young generation black women doing that. I mean, of course, black guys too, but
it was black men too.
Yeah, black men too. Yeah, doing stuff like that. I mean, come on, man. Like, how can you take a people serious when your younger generation making stupid skits like that? That's to me.
And I seen other skits too of like women twerking, saying with like, I guess, big gowns on in cotton fields. They're like, oh, if slavery was still going on, this is how it would look. And they showed them twerking as a pick of cotton. So they do take our history and make fun of it. And that's like a thing they constantly do. And that's like thing that's actually being generated on TikTok. I would say that I don't see stuff like that on Instagram. I don't see stuff
I
like
think
that
it's
on
more
other social media.
censored though. Maybe because it's more censored. Maybe because they were doing crazy stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, but
And
you know,
shout
it
out
is.
to Melanated People. You all check out that app. That's a Black social media app. Shout out to Queen Lynn introducing us to that. So check out Melanated People, where there's more positive Black content.
And that's why they don't take us serious. They got rappers like Lil RT, that's his name, Brooklyn Tradition.
Yeah.
You pushing a 10-year-old kid, I guess he about 10 years old, rapping about hoes and money and all that. And you got Chinese kids up here learning. Little babies know how to babies know how to put colors together. Like, like, come on, man. Like, that's how they show us. Like I tell people, it ain't just here in America. They don't respect, and I'll say this before, the world do not respect Black people as a whole. Black in America, Africa, Jamaica, Haiti. Look what's going on in Haiti right now. It's done. Like that place is pretty much, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna go in there and they're gonna take the rest of the resources from that place. China pretty much own it along with white people. And Black people really don't. A lot of Black people don't even know what's going on with that right now. And like I said, even going back with talking about Tariq now, I'm gonna call them out. These guys up here having this diaspora war thing, it's so old to me. Like, we up here calling each other out of names and stuff like that, talking about such and such is musty. We talking to like a white supremacist. Like, it's stupid. Like, and your followers saying the same thing you saying, and we get nowhere. Like, this is a bunch of talking. We don't have no strategy. It's just a waste of time. Like I said, we're gonna be having this conversation 5 years from now, talking about the same thing, because we don't have any strategy. We don't have a blueprint of nothing. We had a blueprint, but a lot of us walked away from the blueprint because we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna separate from Black people, from the diaspora. We're gonna do our own thing over here in America. The Africans are gonna do their thing over here. The Haitians gonna do their thing over here. When you got other groups like the Asians, all Asians don't get along. North Korea, South Korea don't get along, but when it comes to the Asian community, they come together. All Jews don't get along, but when it comes down to the community as a whole, they're gonna come together. Look at the Mexicans; all of them don't get along, but when it comes to the Hispanic community, they're gonna come together when it's time to come together. Black people, I don't know what the hell we doing. I let my plane.
So speaking of that, what we're doing, let's talk. We have a few more minutes left, so you all make sure you please again subscribe, please like and share. Broken Traditions, please feel free to put your links in the chat so we can get a hold of you. Also, let's talk about some solutions.
Hold on, before you do, hold on. I'm gonna read this out.
Go ahead.
Felicia said they don't respect us because we don't respect ourselves. Facts, not individually, but definitely as a whole. Facts. You got
definitely. So yeah, let's talk about some solutions. Here we are. We're at this reset, right? We have this election coming up, but it's bigger than the election. Somebody mentioned earlier the gender wars, all these distractions, and they've been distractions for generations now, for centuries now. What are some solutions that that are realistic, that are tangible, that are obtainable starting right now? Just moving one step at a time, collectively, individually and collectively. Anybody?
I'll go first. Making a real effort to support Black businesses, not just, buying somebody's t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? I sell t-shirts on my website. No shade to that, but I'm saying, like, buy stuff that you need on a day-to-day basis to support Black businesses. Buy Black soap, buy Black dishwasher detergent, buy those type of things, because that Black business could grow from your support, and they have to hire Black people, and it's like a trickle down effect. So I would say support Black businesses.
I'll piggyback on that. Yeah, you're right. I support Black business all the time. Check out WeBuyBlack.com. They doing it big here in Atlanta, and I think it's another one. But I know I always support them. They always showing new Black businesses. You can go online, just like on Amazon. Go online. You can actually put your product on their website too. So we got people like We Buy Black. They doing their thing. I know Sharif, good brother. We got Black-owned colognes stuff. We got a lot of Black-owned businesses. We just need to support that. Like I said, we got to support Black businesses, build up our economic base. That's the only way it's going to work. And plus, another solution, if we really want to move, not just the reparation thing, but if we really want to really get policies pushed for Black people, we're going to have to get our people set in place. We're going to put people in office. We're going to have to prep up these young brothers and sisters and push them to be politicians and stuff locally, then move up on a federal level. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. That's what other groups do. That's the only way we're going to win. if we don't do that, we just talk. You know what I'm saying? So we need to prep these young brothers and sisters up, get them in office so they can help us push these certain policies. And that's my solution.
I have a solution. Piggyback off of somebody in the comment section. They said we have to boycott their stuff. What's his name? Dick Gregory said boycott movies and you'll see what they're going to do. Don't watch another movie ever that's run by white people and see how they would react. I'm on board for that. But yes, boycotting is what I do a lot of with a lot of people.
I want to
buying
piggyback off.
black
My bad.
is another thing. I do a lot of stuff with We Buy Black.
Yeah, I
But
want to
yeah,
piggyback off the
boycotting.
boycott because look what happened with Bud Light when they came out with that transgender influencer and she had her own can, and Bud Light never been the same since then. So boycott does work.
Yeah, you're right. They killed Bud Light. Yeah, I heard about that. They still ain't picked that. They still hurting.
Mm-hmm.
But he said boycott all movies, and I said I can get with that. But a lot of people are not going to do it because they thinking, oh, it's such a silly thing to boycott a movie. If you're not watching it, they're not getting paid. And you see what happened with The Color Purple. So keep that in the back of your mind. If it can happen to The Color Purple, it can happen to all their movies. Keep more money in your pocket.
Definitely. And to piggyback off of what D May said as far as putting proper people in government spots, for the rest of us, learn the law. We need to all know our rights, in the Constitution. We need to be able to maneuver in this land safely, and get back home safely, right? And be able to build our communities. We can't build communities and we can't build strong families if we're not coming home, so know our laws, and protect our laws. So that we don't want a January 6th gone black.
Facts.
I'll let my play with that.
Kathy, you got anything?
Kathy's got lots of fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Her link is in the description. You all check out Kathy B on YouTube gardening. It just makes my stomach growl. It just
Peace,
so
Felicia.
yummy. All them yummy vegetables. Ooh, yummy.
Make sure y'all like and share, y'all. Like let's do that because this is the type of stuff we need to talk about. Shout out to Felicia coming through, everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? That's, hey, we love y'all support.
Definitely. All right. Well, anybody have anything else? We definitely want you to subscribe, like, and share. Definitely go over to the United Empires of Akibalon.com and check out everything we have going on over there. Please subscribe. Go ahead and check it out, but subscribe via email for free so we can stay connected with you all, so we can make a change together. It does not matter what group you're with, whatever, we all want to come together. Let's just remove all the subgroups and all the labels, and let's grow together. So definitely check us out, and we appreciate it. Anybody else?
I'm good, man. This was a good one, y'all.
Yes, and Broken Traditions, you're welcome on.
All right, thanks for having me on. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Peace, love, and blessings. Until next time.
Peace.
Good night.